Well, people, what's going on? It's your favorite Misfits back in the building for the new year. What's happening, people? Y'all ready?
Happy New Year.
Your boy Keith. Yours truly, Troy. Y'all excited? I can't hear y'all. Anybody excited?
I wish we knew how to have like a crowd music.
Right. We need a soundboard.
We do need a soundboard. See, like, here you go, giving ideas to get expensive.
No. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm like, laugh, boy. Yeah, cheer. They can scream in the background. You know?
Yeah, right. No. Really, we do need a soundboard though.
No, we probably do, but it's all good. So
once we get a studio,
we in the new year, guys. 2024. How you feel, people? Now, are you optimistic for the new year, or you feel like, it's just another continuance of the next day?
I'm optimistic.
I'm always optimistic.
I'm always optimistic. I mean, it's a new year. It is the same stuff, just a different year, obviously. But I like to look at it and try to, prepare and see what's to come. Right. Obviously, Now,
I know gyms are going to be full.
Always.
Full. By the way, you know what? I'm going to get on to our Facebook people because they show up on Facebook.
They do.
But they really do. Up on YouTube where we need them.
That's right. So please, if you're on the Facebook, switch over to the YouTube link. Okay.
You got to get that algorithm up.
Yep. Just go over to YouTube right quick, hop in, send a chat, then you can go right back to Facebook.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not that. It's easy as that.
Yeah, I'm live over here in case people talk.
Yeah, Facebook, yeah. So,
but anyway, guys, look. So we want to do a recap real quick.
Yeah, we can.
Let's go with your week.
Okay, first. My week was good. So far, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's gone fast. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Got some big things coming up.
Yeah.
We got qualifiers coming up.
Yep.
And league starts Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited.
I'm a little nervous about 2024 rules. I haven't had a chance to really practice them. Because, he hasn't really put up before.
Yeah, we haven't really put up an actual 2024 target.
So I'm going to be going live on it, what feels like for the first time. To see what I can do. And that's
Same.
That's going to be like, oh, man, I'm behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited about it, nevertheless. But overall, your week was good?
Oh, yeah. Week was good. I've just been working, man. I haven't, took the weekend off from doing anything. Didn't work, didn't do nothing. Just kind of relaxed, sat around the house, which was nice. The wife made black-eyed peas and cornbread.
New Year's traditions, I got it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Southern thing, baby.
Whatever. I don't like black-eyed peas, bro.
I love them.
Are you serious?
I love them.
My God.
I love field peas.
Anybody in the chat, YouTube or Facebook, if you like black-eyed peas, send us a thumbs up.
Yeah, I love them. But I'm a bean kind of guy. Like, I like red beans. I like, pinto beans. I like field peas are my favorite. And then black-eyed peas, I like them all. Anything with rice, because I'm a rice kind of guy.
Okay. Okay. Look, learning new things in the new year about you.
My favorite meal, period, is actually steak and potatoes.
That's my wife's favorite meal too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That's why you like me. I'm the male version of your wife, man. A lot of stuff that I say, you say, my wife said the same thing. I'm like, I'm telling you.
That is true.
I'm telling you. I'm the male version. That's why you like me around. Yeah.
I ain't coughed the whole time, all day today. I get over here. I must be allergic to something.
You know what it is? As soon as I said I'm like your wife, he's like, no, I can't do it. Run.
I think it might be the fan.
It could be.
Yeah, I forgot I had this thing in my hand so I could run. But no, it's been good. It's been nice. I have to say, taking a break from the axe throwing and just kind of relaxing. I saw it on the video. Has been really nice, and just being able to, rest. Honestly,
yeah.
Kind of reset, rejuvenate, get ready for what's to come.
Now, I actually started a new job recently, as you know. And it's kept me really busy, so I don't really get a chance to get on Facebook much because I'm driving around, not really posting on my phone while I'm driving and whatnot. So I don't get to catch up on Facebook and what's happening in the latest in the chat. So I feel like I fell behind with the latest and greatest news, right? But I have to tell this story before we get too many people online.
Oh boy.
Today was not a good day at my job. I was on a call, and I'm an HVAC salesman. So, I spent the last 24 plus years in the service side of the house. Now I'm on the sales side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still have to crawl into the houses, but mostly to get pictures and measurements. I get to the house, and all of a sudden I have to use the bathroom. I have to use it pretty bad. I got to pee, right? And I'm trying to keep it together because, I don't want to stop what I'm doing, so I run in the house to ask the man, can I use the bathroom? So I hold it, and it's like I held it long enough to a point I didn't have to go anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm cool, all right? So life is good, and then, I have to go in the house, and I start doing the presentation. All of a sudden, it goes from I have to pee to I have to poop. And it is, I feel that first, like you ever have, when you about to poop, you get like that warning shot because you grumble, like,
the stomach gut
it's
the bubble guts.
Like, you gotta go because this is your warning shot. I got that, and the man goes, "Oh, you hungry?" I was like, "Yeah, get in there."
Oh, you hungry?
So I'm trying to keep it together. I'm like, "Whoo, boy!" And now I can feel like a fart is about to come. So I'm trying to hold it in, right? And I'm afraid because I'm under the mindset if you hold the fart in, you're gonna get gas to sit in your back, your shoulder. Like when you get old, gas just moves in places it ain't supposed to go. And then all of a sudden you're in muscle pain and everything else. So I don't want to hold it, but I don't want to let it out either, right? I ain't trying to kill this man because for people who think a fart don't stink, it's wind off a poop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Right.
That's what my father used to say. It's wind off a poop. So I'm trying to hold it in. I'm keeping it together. I get another grumble, whatever the case is, and I am trying to get it together. I am now rushing the sales call because I need to get out of this house. I cannot go to this man's bathroom and blow it up.
Yeah.
Right? He has a very nice house. And what makes this worse is I have now validated something that is so true for me. Every time I'm in a rich person's house, I have to poop. It never fails. If I'm in a rich person's house, I have to shit. I have no idea why. It activates my bowels.
It activates the bowels.
I know it's a $2 million home, 1.5, 1.4. All of a sudden, I get activated. So here it is. I'm holding it, trying to keep it together, right? Mm-hmm. And then I feel like it's moving, and I got to pinch to keep it together. And then I'm starting to feel. I'm like, I don't think I made it.
That's the sphincter. You got to have that. You must not have a good sphincter.
So. Man.
You know what the sphincter is, right?
I don't know what it is. What is the sphincter?
You don't know what a sphincter is?
Tell me, what is it?
So dogs. Dogs got that little thing to pinch it off. That's the sphincter.
Oh.
That holds it closed and...
Well, I was holding it, but it was pushing hard. And I was like trying to squirm, how you trying to keep it together and whatnot. Mm-hmm. When I moved, I could tell a piece was not in the cheeks anymore.
Not in the cheeks.
I could tell I had one of them
not in the cheeks anymore.
That had actually made it to the underwear because I made it move and it smushed and I was like, okay, please tell me this is not what I think it is, right? So,
how do we get off this?
I was recapping my week.
Oh, okay.
So at some point, I'm like, he's gonna smell this. There's no way not to smell this, right? So. I was like, use your bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and I basically have to wash my drawers, right? His wife has like Chanel No. 5 sitting on the counter, and I spray it, trying to keep it down, to keep it together like on my underwear, and it's wet and everything.
Oh,
to keep it together, right? And so I'm like, all right, sir, so it looks like you don't really want it. So I try to leave, right? As I'm leaving, the actual is about to come again. Because I told you, I'm trying not to crap in this man's house. Because I know what you're thinking. You already went to the bathroom, you might as well go ahead and let it go.
I would have.
So I'm trying to leave so I can get to the next place. And I can feel it just pushing. And I'm like, oh no, this is not good. So I rush to the local restaurant. I'm not going to say the venue, KFC. And I go inside, I rush in, I use the bathroom. As soon as I sit down, it just drops. The biggest poop I probably have had in all month just dropped out of nowhere, and I'm telling you, it was terrible. Today was not a good day in the sales world. One thing is true though, I am no longer full of crap.
I'll have to disagree.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, not as full as I was before. Man, to know I basically crapped my pants in a man's house, and that is not the worst crap my pants story I've ever had, by the way. I can tell you some more. I've had a couple of them, and I blame my wife for this. No, seriously, she gave me a tea, like when it was like, you know what I'm talking about?
Set you up.
Yeah, she gave me a tea, but she didn't tell me how strong this tea was.
Right.
So I'm going to use I'm driving, and then my stomach growls, and I'm like, oh man, I need to get to the bathroom. So usually, when I get a warning shot, I basically got 5-10 minutes where I need to get somewhere. But it felt like it was coming unusually quick. So I pull over. I try to go to a grocery store, and it's one of them Hispanic grocery stores. So I get to the grocery store, and nobody's really speaking English. So I'm screaming, baño. You know what I'm saying? Baño, because that's bathroom, right? Yeah. Baño. And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, baño, what's a baño, right? And I'm trying to go to the bathroom, and the guy finally points to the direction, and I'm walking with this pinched booty look trying to get there. And my phone is in my back pocket or whatever case. I go there. As soon as I sit down, my phone falls out of my pocket into the toilet, and I start crapping. It was so bad.
Just flushed. And
I crapped on my phone. I crapped on everything. I still had a shard inside of my drawers. It was terrible. I washed my ass because I went to the handicap side because they got their own sink in there. Yeah. So I washed the drawers. I washed my behind, and then I was so embarrassed, I just left the drawers in the trash. I just threw them in the trash. I didn't even take them with me. I was upset about my phone because I'm like, I got to wash this crap off my phone or whatnot. It was terrible. Needless to say, that phone did not last much longer after that. Yeah. But that was probably the worst one where I just I was trying to go, and as soon as I sat down good, phone just fell out right into the toilet. And I was, at that point, I couldn't even hold it long enough to reach it. I just had to drop and just go.
Rough.
I was so mad at her. I reached out, why did you tell me about this tea? And then she got me twice with that tea, though, because she got me. Oh, man, I'll tell you the other story another day. I'll save it. Enough poop stories. Yeah. But, man, I'm telling you what, it was not good. And today I basically sharded my pants a little bit, trying to hold it, because I didn't want to poop in this man's house.
New year, new Troy.
Oh, man, it was not new at all. It was some old shit for real.
They say you're supposed to go before the new year, right?
Well, I definitely went before the new year. Okay. And I definitely went in the new year, too.
I would hope so. That's not good.
Look, I had a New Year's goal. I said I'm going to lose some weight. I'm trying to get down to about 220 by my birthday, right. 230 by my birthday, 220 by April whenever we get to the World Championships. So this is the start. I lost at least a couple pounds today for sure. Man, it was not a good look.
We got a couple Facebook comments. Travis said black eyed peas and applesauce together is good. Never tried that.
I never tried that combination.
The wife puts ketchup on it.
Ketchup?
Yeah, she mixes ketchup in with ham hock.
What? With black eyed peas?
Yeah, I forgot to unmute the mic.
With black eyed peas? That's terrible. Yeah, you guys got some weird combinations. Now, I do the little bread thing. I'll take applesauce and dip my bread in it.
Yeah.
And eat off of it, and I do that. I don't know why I like that, but I do.
What's up, Andrew? He said, Troy, how are your gutters working?
Oh, they're doing great. That's my guy right here. He clean my gutters, actually.
Yeah, Andrew? Really? Did you reach out to him?
I guess so. The wife did for sure.
The wife did? Okay, Nevergreen Solution.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's like... Oh my God! Such a small
I told him about the show when he came.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So him and I went to school. Well, we met playing baseball.
This is a small world. When you told me you knew who Keith was, I'd have pushed you off the ladder sooner.
right. Definitely. Speaking, he's in here. We'll do that too. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, we played baseball together when we were younger, like middle school, if not before that. Then we ended up going to high school together, and became real good friends. Always did stuff throughout high school, man. We got real close, and then adulthood kind of came, and we kind of we still talk and see each other all the time. I saw him on the side of the road the other day, and I swung over and see if he needed help and stuff like that. But yeah, so if anybody is in need in the area of pressure washing, gutter cleaning, he also does lights. I know Christmas season is over, but you can have other lights. I know he does all sorts of outdoor lighting. So Nevergreen Solution and Optimal Lighting. Please look them up on Facebook. They're definitely Andrew does an awesome Andrew, job.
Drop your link in the comments, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Andrew, drop that your page in there. I know Travis is in here, so shout out to Mirrored Edge again, of course, always.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what right now. Andrew almost gave me a heart attack.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why?
From watching him.
Oh.
So you see my house. When you go up the back side, he's got this long extension line.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in the equivalent of like what looks like Vans. But they're not Vans. They just look like they have no grip. And he is on this ladder. Chilling. He just doing his job, you know what I mean? And I'm just looking at him like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. I don't have this kind of insurance. He's gonna die. But he's cool. He's just like, he's running up and down. He came back down. He was at the front. He let me talk his head off for like 10, 15 minutes. You know me, I'll talk.
Oh, I know.
I talked his head off 10, 15 minutes. But
poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. I really felt so bad for him. I was like, I owe this man a tip.
Dang, I didn't. That's awesome, man. That's really small world. That's crazy.
Absolutely. He did a great job.
If he would have
quick too, man. Yeah. And I had a lot of stuff in my gutters. I ain't gonna front. I had a bunch of stuff. I had never had them cleaned since I got the house.
Why ain't you got up there?
I don't heal very well. Okay, I had a heart attack watching him. What do you think would happen if I went up?
You probably would have been like a cat. You would have got stuck up there, and they would have had to call the fire department.
I used to do commercial AC, and I used to go up on the roof and stuff like that.
He used to do AC too.
Yeah, he told me.
Yep.
And so I used to do commercial AC, and I go up on the roof. I didn't mind doing it, but going up on the side of a house, that's a whole nother monster. I don't know what it is about going on the side of a house. It is terrifying compared to going up on the roof of a commercial building. Mm-hmm. Commercial building, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna do pretty good. I'm gonna strap it in, no problem. But on the side of somebody's house, oh no, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I have a heart condition. I
have a heart condition.
And then watching him just run up and down there like it was nothing, I'm like, no, can't do it.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I'm not one with heights either. I had a bad incident with a ladder in a house, so I'm not too fond of heights. Heights and electricity, count me out.
I've fallen off of a few ladders. Now, I've been very fortunate on the commercial side of the house. I was on a 32-foot ladder, and it fell while I was on it. But it didn't just fall back. It fell to the side. Okay. So as it was falling down, I kind of rolled it down and then jumped. You know what I mean? And then jumped. And I
wish I could have seen.
Yeah. I was athletic, man.
I wish I could have seen that.
When it started swaying because the wind caught it before I could get up to the top to strap it in and started pushing it. So I'm trying to balance it and try to keep it together. And then at least I had the fortitude to take 1 foot off the rung because if it gets caught, you're stuck. Oh, yeah. So I take 1 foot off and I'm kind of just waiting to ride it down and kind of jump at the last minute. And I jumped off into a dumpster. And then that was actually probably the dumbest part because I had no idea what was in the dumpster, right? That happened to me twice in Chicago. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Not the dumpster.
Yeah, man. I had to jump off into the dumpster behind the rainbows. And but I saw a guy get hurt like that. He was.
Oh, of course.
We were in Chicago and we were on the roof, right? He goes up and I'm like, look, man, let me strap it in before you come up. I said, I'm gonna put this down by the G unit. I'm gonna come back over and strap it in. He decides to come up without me. What does he do? He starts sliding down. Oof. But he calls himself gonna jump. There's a snow down there, right? He just jumps into the snow. Fool, the snow is covering stuff. He jumps right down on one of them little yellow poles.
Oof.
Oh my God.
Oof.
That was the most painful and funniest thing to watch.
I can only imagine.
Oh my God. But I was like, I don't know why people even think jumping into the snow is a good idea because it's covering up something.
Yeah.
You got gas lines, you've got anything sitting next to a building.
Oh yeah.
It's not always just, blanket and jump down. And if the snow is not kind of compacted, you just fall right through and hit the pavement.
Yeah.
It doesn't really slow you down.
That's true.
I was like, bro, what were you thinking? That was painful.
Yeah. But yeah, Andrew does great work. Like I said, if anybody's local or he does travel, so I know there's some folks from Axis and Allies down in Wilmington. Definitely look up Nevergreen Solution. Get your house washed, driveway clean, gutters clean, roof blown off. The man does it all. Great mechanic too. Mm-hmm. I mean, Andrew does it all, man. There's really not much I can't say, but yeah, he does a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of great work, Mirrored Edge.
Exactly.
No, they sent you a big axe.
Yes, they did.
How do you like it?
Oh man, I've been throwing it. I gotta just throw it. Honestly, that's all there is to it. I like it a lot.
You like it though?
I like it.
I don't know. You don't sound convinced. Talk to me. What's your pro and con of it? Give us a review.
All right. So a review for it. I wish I would have brought it now. I was actually gonna bring another axe to talk about, but we'll go into this one. So pros, the curved handle. I do like the curved handle. The length of it, the weight of it, it all feels fluid and perfect with the throw. It does feel a little top heavy, but it is a big king, mm-hmm. So it's a big piece of metal that is being, big piece that's being shaped for it. So I can't complain with it. But if I had to do anything different, I would maybe see if it could be maybe not as thin, as thick.
You thought it was too thin?
Thick.
I mean, too thick?
Thick, yeah.
Now, that's funny because I got a chance to throw it with you.
You did. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was thick at all. But then again, I like my handles thicker anyway.
No, so I'm talking blade.
Oh,
the blade, how thick that blade is.
Oh, I don't know if you can stop that. That's
right, and that's one thing I don't know if you could be able to do that or not, but, I mean, the way it's, like, you hold it and you're like, whoa. And then you get up there and you throw it and you're like, whoa.
I'm going to tell you now, whenever I got a chance to throw it, for me, because I'm a hammer grip thrower, yep. And I rest on my shoulder.
Yes.
So the extra curve was almost too much curve for me, so I had to actually change my throw to more of a pencil grip kind of thing, which did make it easier to throw, and probably is where I should be throwing it from anyway. But compared to my current Colossus, I thought it was smooth.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
My Colossus is super top heavy.
It is. The Colossus is very top heavy.
And I had to basically throw it with two hands so it'll whip into the thing. So I thought overall it was very smooth. I would definitely recommend somebody go and get a Mirrored Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you don't even have a hammer grip, so like I have almost like a pinch grip.
Yeah.
The way that handle is the side it wasn't all the way rounded. Mm-hmm. So it kind of went and then had a couple flat parts. So you could almost grip.
Like it fits your fingers.
Yeah, it fits your fingers. And it just, like I said, there was, I can't, I'm not going to complain because I can't complain about it. I mean, it's just everything I was looking for in a big axe. Like when I looked for one and wanted to buy one, it was everything I wanted.
Okay.
So I think the fin with it, I mean, it's crazy to throw. So before I threw a Patriot, then I threw a modded Colossus, which was another Mirrored Edge one, and then I got that one. And from throwing a Patriot to throwing the Big King, it's obviously night and day. I mean, you have something that's a basic intro axe, but this axe, I feel like just about anybody could step up with, throw it, and do decent with.
Yeah, I know. For me, I'm looking forward to upgrading from my Colossus because, again, my Colossus is very top heavy. So, again, it does more beneficial to throw two-handed because you can really get some on it, especially when you're trying to go for the kills because you're trying to go up, right? Because otherwise you have to do more of a lofty throw. Mm-hmm. And in our venue, there's not a lot of space above.
But I still hit them.
You sure did. And so that was the thing. So I did like the axe. And I know it would force me to change my grip overall to throw, which is probably more beneficial for accuracy anyway, when it comes to the big axe, if that makes sense.
Right. So we got a couple comments here. Travis from Mirrored Edge did say it can be thinner, but the handle may need to be thicker or heavier handle to accommodate weight distribution.
Look, now that's what I would want. I would want a thicker handle. I like the thick handle.
You do like thick handles because of your grip.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of a thinner because of the way I grip it. I like to kind of pinch and throw instead of hammer. But
the regular hatchet I got from because it's such a thicker handle.
Right.
I love that thing, man, because of the thicker handle. I don't feel like I have to squeeze it hard to throw it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just flows right out of my hand.
Oh.
The thinner handles, I feel like I have to squeeze too hard, and then I don't know. I just have to overcompensate.
You're right. So we missed one from Paige. What's up, Paige? She said, haven't seen y'all since Ironclad. Hope all is well. Yes, All is well. We hope to get to Axes and Allies very soon. Whenever you got, your next tournament you guys put on, we will definitely be there.
Absolutely.
I know that's where she throws out of with Brandon Elliott. Scott Brindle said, "What's good, gents? Are you looking forward to leagues?"
So I am looking forward to what the new league is going to present, because there's going to be a handful of us that are throwing standard, and others are going to be throwing advanced. I'm not sure how many we got that's actually going to throw advanced from the start. I know it's me for sure.
From our local league, I have no idea either.
Yeah, I know it's me.
We'll find out Sunday.
Yeah, I know it's me for sure. I don't think anybody else is doing it up front unless Brian comes back.
Brian comes back. Yep, he will be one.
And I know for me, it's going to be hard for me because of my current job, I work on Sundays, but I'm hoping, because Sundays are naturally slow for us, that at least in season 1 I'll be able to pop in and get some throws in at least a game or two before I have to get out of there. And but I want to be able to throw it. I'm definitely going this week to practice. Hopefully, get a few rounds in and get some accuracy, because I'm sticking, no problem. The issue I'm having is the accuracy, because I haven't had a chance to throw at the new boards consistently. So there's a part of me too, because I don't want to lose my 2023 throw yet, because Worlds is coming up.
Yeah.
And because when Worlds comes up and it's going to sneak up before you know it, you've got to go revert back to a different set of rules. Yeah. And it is going to be an adjustment. For anybody who thinks it isn't, all right, good luck. Imagine trying to throw for the 3 zone now, when mentally you have been, for years, if you've been throwing, or months, however long you've been throwing in waddle, you've been conditioned not to throw at the 3.
Right.
And now you're trying to do it.
Yeah,
definitely. And now you're saying go back to the other rules and just focus on the middle. I think it's going to be difficult for people who are going to Worlds, because all of those people are advanced throwers.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yep.
He also said, let me ask you, let's say this would be your first league. Would you feel left out if the rules were just overwhelming to understand and some people are throwing different?
Well, I see, now I'm the type of person that I'm a natural teacher by nature. So I'm the type of person that's going to encourage you. So if I see somebody struggling, I'm gonna look at you and be like, hey man, you got this, don't worry about it.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Don't worry about this, because in our venue we have, I can say all skill levels. We got people going to drop on every other throw. We got people who's going to hit 4s even when we were doing the old rules. So we've got kind of an array of skill sets, and then you've got Keith and I who are probably a little more consistent, and then you get the Bryans that pop in, and we've got some Vinnies that pop in. We got some characters that pop in sometimes that are really good, but because we have such a well-rounded skill sets, I think it's easy for somebody who comes in to feel encouraged that, hey, don't worry about it, man, come on and shoot your shot, because they would be coming in under the amateur rules, which means that they don't necessarily get hurt by the extra dots.
Right. I think it just need to be explained to them. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing is just be open with them and transparent.
Yeah. I think
because Scott said, I'm more interested in the people who haven't yet purchased a $400 15-foot. He's basically saying someone brand new that's just starting a league right now, do you think they will be overwhelmed with everything?
I think if you try to explain it without the board in front of them.
Yeah.
If the board is in front of them, you just say, hey, throws 1 through 5, these are the dots that you go for, the red dots that you go for. They count for 6, and leave it at that. Don't overcomplicate it with overtime rules. Wait till they actually get to an overtime and explain it then. If they don't actually don't overwhelm them with something they don't have to worry about.
So I would definitely say for you, Scott, I know, congrats, by the way, for purchasing your new venue, Knox Axe House. That's why he's kind of asking these questions. But anybody else that's in the chat, please answer his question if you have any advice for him as well, or anything you think that'll go along with it. But I would definitely have a day, which I know it's a little late now, but I would go ahead and say maybe like Sunday before you start, or whenever your league is, almost do like an opening night, but don't throw. Just do like an info session.
Yeah.
Try to bring people in to introduce them to it. They don't have to throw. They don't have to sign up for nothing. They just come in. You basically go over the rules, kind of explain to them what's going to happen over the next 8 weeks. and definitely let them, voice their opinions, and then when you're going through it, I would definitely, and this is something I'm going to do at Clayton. I haven't told you this yet, but I've been talking to Steven about it. I want to see what everybody wants to do for week 8. Being it's not Waddle sanctioned, we could do anything.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So I want to ask everybody, hey, do you guys want to do first round big axe if you have a big axe, which most of our guys do. First round, not like something different just to change it up.
And we may figure that out as we get through the weeks and just say,
right.
Keep it in mind as we get to that point. It's back to the original thing about helping people who just getting involved. I think what confuses new people is because when us older people, what do? We always tell them what happened in the previous year.
Yep.
We start trying to compare 23 rule to 24
rules, yeah.
And then that's when it becomes confusing. Just focus on 24.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 5 dots that you're going to go for, or in the first round, right? This is what the point totals are, and if you want to go up, this is what worth 8. And if you want to, and then so you have to do with the top one. You want to go 8, the next you have to go down. If you get it, that's not really as overwhelming as it might sound,
right?
Especially when the board is in front of you. Whenever you are comparing it to 23 rules, that's when it becomes confusing.
Yeah, very
because
good.
You start saying, last year we did this, now we're going to do this. And in their brain, they're trying to reconcile last year and this year. If they've never thrown before, you know what they're going to get used to? What's in front of them.
What's in front of them.
That's like people say, what's the best axe? Honestly, whatever axe I gave you, because that's the axe you're going to get comfortable with.
Yep. Whatever you get comfortable with.
That's what you're going to get comfortable with. That's the best axe for you at the moment.
Would you recommend looking, if you were a venue owner, right? So for Scott and all these other guys, and say, I think I saw a post that Scott said he's got like 40 some odd members coming for league, right?
Sweet.
So say you have 40. So we have even numbers. Would you look through that 40? Would you kind of separate your competitive throw? Not really separate, but would you look and find your competitive throwers and your non-competitive and go into more depth with the competitive, like, hey, or if you have new guys that are coming in like us, say we came to his league, he didn't know us, and he noticed we're pretty decent and we want to get more, would you say, hey, this is your path to do this. This is how you go to the next level? Or do you just simply focus on trying to get them to keep coming back? Or do you try to get them to branch out and rep your venue to where they're traveling and they're becoming the competitive axe thrower?
I think for me it's stoke the competitive juices locally first. Make them feel like they want to come back. And then before they feel like they're going to get tired of this, say, hey, you're getting pretty good at this. You do realize that sport is a lot bigger than us locally.
Right.
And then mention it around week 6, week 7, because if they're coming back 6 weeks in a row, 7 weeks in a row,
they're probably going to keep
coming, especially if they're consistent at it and say, you've been kicking tail here. You ever thought about, I got some friends who can really play. They're going to be going to different venues, and just mention it to them. I wouldn't even ask them to rep my venue in the beginning. Just let them.
Right, yeah. I wasn't really saying
if they actually get good, they're going to rep the venue anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
They're going to go out and they're going to say it because people are going to say, where do you throw out of? And they're going to say it.
Right. So, I wasn't really saying like separate them into 2 leagues, Scott. I was just saying kind of look at them and see, do you want to pursue this one and say, hey, move to the next level, and then just be like, this person's like,
That's 40 people. They're going to feel like they're there all night long, because I don't know how many lanes he has.
Right, I don't either. But I was just saying how
many lanes do you have, Scott?
Any venue owner, Scott, how many lanes?
Because when you got 40 people, I know, like if you were in Clayton, we've got 5 boards up? No, 7 boards up. 40 people, we would be there all night long just to get 4 weeks in.
Oh, dude!
But if we went to say the Wake Forest spot, okay, you might be there 4 or 5 hours because they got so many venues.
But still, that's a long time.
But that's still a lot of people, 40 people, right? So I think it might be best if you want them having multiple league nights, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Saturday night, because that way you don't try to get all 40 people in.
He's got 6 lanes, 12 targets.
Oh yeah, you don't need 40 people in that one spot. It's too many. Because what happens
in one day,
and one day that's going to feel like you did a marathon just trying to get four games in. And so
there's going to be a lot on workers and you and
a lot of people just standing around waiting for their turn, and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, so they're gonna be like, I don't want to do this. Yeah,
you're gonna have to break it up into different nights to say, hey, you know what? If you're available on Wednesday nights, could you come then? Because that's the best time. Because I want to keep it small, so that way you can get the most out of it. Because with 40 people, oh no, it's going to be overwhelming, and people are going to get turned off immediately.
All right, so we went a little long. I promised someone I would do this a little sooner.
Okay.
So we're going to continue on this topic. Don't think we're not. We're going to continue talking about venues, because I do have something to mention to you that was up today on Facebook, since you don't keep up with that because of work. But yeah, so I got some things I want to bring to your attention. We'll keep hitting on Scott's topics and anybody that comments, any questions, any concerns. But we are on our second week of our player spotlight.
Yes, sir.
So this week's player spotlight is the one and the only Penguin Warrior, Brandon Elliott. He has thrown all over. He was in Worlds last year, I believe. He is going back to Worlds this year. He's been at Axis and Allies for a while, Ironclads. I'm trying to get him to come to Clayton once. But without further ado, this week's player spotlight, Brandon Elliott.
Yes, sir. What's his name? Brian looked like. He must have beat Brian's ass. We back?
Yeah, we're back. It's the whole time you've been talking, we've been back.
Yeah. Like if you see the video again, look, guys, when you get a chance to go back and play it again, look at Brian's face. He's like, Brian's a loss.
So, yeah, congrats, Brandon. Keep up the hard work, man. I know I've seen it. Troy's seen it. You've been putting in a lot of work.
Look, man, the first time I met him, I told him this story. When the first time I met him, I was like, holy shit. Because that was the day he went pro.
Yeah, that was the day he went pro.
He just, he was whipping that thing. And then when I went to play against him, he beat the brakes out of me. Mm-hmm. But it seemed like he got angry one time because, he throws kind of hard.
Yeah.
And he was throwing that thing like, boom! I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And look, I hate to make this a race thing, but he was a scary white dude.
I know. I remember
in his hand, and I was the only Negro in there.
I know the first time I played him, it was one for fun, obviously, and he put it on his shoe and threw it across and hit my blue dot, and I was like, "What the what?" Yeah. And he just started laughing, and then everybody's laughing, and I was like, because I'm pretty sure I looked at you and was like, is that allowed?
Yeah.
And then we went and I was down a lot because it was my first season, awful, and it came to throw 9 or 10. I was like, I'll go up. Went up, I threw, I missed. He threw across and hit mine, and I was like,
my brother has a little bit of a bromance because the first time he was there when he saw Brandon throw. And the second time I went to class, and he saw him throw, he was like, this dude don't miss. And so he was like, my brother has a bromance. Every time I play, he goes, did he show up? I said, he don't even know his name. He just, that one dude,
that one dude.
The two-hand guy. Yeah. He showed up.
So, congrats, Brandon. Anybody watching, please send us a video. If you, Scott, if you have anybody at your venue that you know about, get them to take some videos of them. Ashlyn, all you guys, any venue owner, that's a good way to help, recognize people, and as well as like, hey, they actually they took their time to do this, and that could bring people back. That could build bonds, that could build relationships. Almost like a player card, stuff like that.
And at some point, we will start putting these on our other social medias like Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be getting on that. I gotta post Jimmy's his excuse saying Facebook Live self. Because did you see? Oh, you don't see. He was live throwing a big axe today, and he was making excuses. He threw, and it kind of went over. Oh, it's real windy out here. It's real windy. I said, Jimmy, excuses. It's not that windy. You couldn't even hear in the background the wind. No, I'm just messing with you, Jimmy.
My boy Jimmy.
I know, right? I love Jimmy, but I got it. He was laughing at it. It was funny, but. So yeah, I'll be posting that one. I'll be posting yours, Brandon. We'll be getting them up there. So, but if you and if you guys, Brandon, Jimmy, if you guys know of anybody that you guys have, nominate people. We will take nominations. We'll take anything. Yeah. We'll make, if you send us pictures and some little short videos, we can make the clip. If you have clips made up, send them to us. All we're gonna do is put them in here and help you guys out.
Well, by the way, speaking of throwers, Brandon is a unique thrower to me because he's the only one I know of that throws with two hands.
Yeah.
And especially I ain't gonna say the only one I've ever seen throw with two hands, but because I think Denise throws with two hands.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a few that do throw two hands. He's the only one I've seen
throw with two hands that's extremely accurate.
I will have to agree, yes.
I mean, he's really accurate.
He is definitely taking the time to perfect that throw.
Yeah, I was like, man, he really locks in. There's a couple guys that I think honestly should adopt it because, based on their throwing style, I think it would actually benefit them.
Agree. So, you guys keep sending us comments in, keep sending us stuff. So, one thing I wanted to bring to your attention, I know last week we talked about it. We talked about committee. So, Tyler went live today. Shout out to you, Tyler Flynn. I hope you practice those kill shots that you said you were going to be practicing.
Don't practice anything. Stop. Don't encourage.
I know, right? No, he was like, so we were talking about duels because I asked if there was any new duel stuff in the future because, Big Axe just went to 7. So I wasn't sure if maybe duels would go to 7.
No.
Duels, 7 throws, 4 kill opportunities.
No. We're good.
I just, it was something that I thought of, maybe not 4, but anyway. So I was asking him about that, and he was like, well, how about Duels just does twisted duels from now on? And I was like, no, I'm good.
That would be dope.
No.
With a big axe and a that would be dope.
And who broke the axe the last time? Trying to do twisted duels?
I just said I thought it would be dope.
Right. I mean, yeah, it would be cool, but so we were talking about. I told him I was like, you only have to go up. Y'all both have to go up because it was him and John. And I was like, y'all have to go up on throw 3.
That was dope, by the way. You remember the twisted duels at the Pro-Am?
Dude, that was awesome.
And they both won.
They both hit the kills. Yep. So I was talking about that, and they actually put up a jot form for. I'm trying to tag people while I'm talking. Mm-hmm. Spots on committee, like committee spots. So,
as you know, we've been very opinionated.
Yes.
Would you join the committee?
Yes.
Or make an attempt to?
I would, yes. And the reason for saying that is because I don't know exactly who Tyler was talking about in his live. But you'll have to go back and watch it because he said, he didn't say a name. He just said there's somebody that I would like to have on the committee. I don't know who it is, but he said he disagrees with him on a lot of things.
Oh, that's good.
And my first thought was, that's Troy. And I'm pretty sure I tagged you, but I was like, because he literally, everything you said, he disagreed with, and everything you said, he said to you, you disagreed with. But one thing Tyler said that I really liked.
It because we disagreed, I'll tell you the truth.
And that's what Tyler said.
Oh, really?
Tyler said that's what we need on the committee. We don't need yes people. We don't need people that are going to agree on everything. We need other people that are going to have another voice.
One thing I can say about my arguments or disagreements with Tyler, they haven't just argue. They will always end up someplace. You know what I mean? So it's always.
I wouldn't even say they were arguments, just conversation.
Yeah, and even debates, because
Yep.
it's not that I'm trying to be so right and you got your point, and nor is he trying to be right. I think we both always come from a place of trying to understand.
Yep.
Right? Where are you coming from with it? And then I'm gonna play devil's advocate on your point, and then now we come back to a place after the arguments have been made, especially when it looks like we're starting to repeat ourselves. We recap and say, okay, what are we looking at?
Right.
And then that's what I do like about with Tyler. One, he doesn't let the argument just go on endlessly, right?
Yeah.
He will stop, say, okay, what have we actually said though? And
Yeah.
then that's what I like. And then now we both can come back and say, this is what we've said, and find some place in the middle and to make it work and find out what works best. And to me, I think debates can be healthy, especially if you're willing to be receptive. If you just want to hear yourself talk, then do a podcast. That's what we're doing. You know, if you actually want to understand, go with the mindset of, yes, I am disagreeing, but not because I just want to argue. I'm disagreeing because I don't understand.
Right.
I'm trying to get to a place of resolution. Right.
Yeah, I agree. So and then there was a bunch of subcommittees as well. Like there's a judging committee, there was a tournament of rules and stuff, and it was, so was filling out the form at work earlier, and I messed up and went to another form, went to go back, and had erased everything, and I was mad because I had some good stuff typed up, but I will definitely go back.
To get on the committee, man.
Well, so that's what it is, the job form. You fill out the job form, they look through it and pick people and stuff. So I was going to say the Epic Misfits definitely should be up there.
Well, if you on, that means we on. Because if you on, then I'm talking through you and talking to you. And then
yeah, that is true. But I definitely think that, what they're doing is getting on the right track now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm liking the
I always felt that they were
transparency that they're doing now, and
I always felt they were trying.
Oh, they were trying.
Sometimes
definitely.
I felt like any organization, honestly, it can be misguided. You intended for it to be good, but sometimes our intentions are not always what we want them to be.
Yeah.
Right. But I do think it always came from a good spirited place. You know what I mean? Like they were always trying to push the sport forward, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so even now, while we've had our debates and disagreements about the 2024 rules, they're here now.
Yep.
So at this point, there's no reason to argue. It says, okay, we're here. Let's try to make it work to the best of our ability. And that's why I tell anybody, if you go into it with a negative attitude, it's going to be a negative experience.
Yep.
If you go with a positive attitude, you at least have a chance to make it something good. Because the good part is this season, especially this season, you're not going to have very many people in your local league that's going to be elite.
Right.
You're going to have some scores that's in the 20s.
Yep.
You're going to see some 30s. Like, you're going to see some teens. Like, you're going to see some crazy scores. And I'm not telling you won't see a 61 here and there, but that's not going to be normal.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you in season one, nobody's going to average a 60 plus in the first season.
And what if they do?
I can almost guarantee. And the reason I say almost guarantee, because obviously I don't know who's going to be immaculate at it, right?
Right.
But if you're the type of person where you stayed amateur and you decided to stay in the middle, well, you still can't average 60 anyway, because the first one is a 6. After that, it's all 5s.
5.
And even if you hit the 8s, you still can't average a 60. So I don't see it averaging a 60. And if you win advanced, the likelihood that you are consistently hitting 6s, or 5s without an occasional 4 or occasional 3, I just don't see it. I don't see the average of a 60 plus this time around. I would be shocked if I saw even one, but I would not be surprised if you look at the top 128 and there was a 45 average in there in the first season. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. It's one of those things you just gotta.
If you miss, what happened? You literally threw a 2. You threw a 3. You threw a 4. And when you're talking about the pro stat, I don't know what the top 120 looks like, because I know it's not going to be based on scores. It's going to be a rating.
Yep.
So I don't know how to even gauge what that's going to look like. But from the amateur standpoint, it should be pretty straightforward. So that I think in that first couple seasons it's going to be interesting, because you're going to have a bunch of people who are they're trying out this new thing, and to some it's terrifying, some it's exciting, but overall we're experiencing it together. And I think, especially those of you who love to join in on this show or maybe catch it secondhand, if you walk in there with a positive outlook, and especially when you got the naysayers that's in there, you know, if you be the optimistic one, you could change the outlook of how it goes forward. And just know that even if we're not on the committee, we speak as much as we can.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
The committee will at least hear what we're talking about.
Right.
So absolutely continue to support the show. The more viewers, the better. Obviously, we appreciate the fact when you're on Facebook, but please go over and hit the YouTube algorithm because we need it. If anything, hit like and share because we want it to be seen. Reshare it in the Waddle page. Absolutely. Yeah. Because obviously fellow axe throwers are going to appreciate it more than most. So absolutely rehash it in there. And we would love to be able to, you know, spark a debate or even just have a basic conversation. Again, I know every show has its own lane, and we're just two guys talking crap on the couch, you know, but and talking about our day and sharding on ourselves at work. But
I'm gonna make a reel of that.
Yeah, you know, but that's hey, oh man, of course you would, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd laugh if I saw it. But still, you know, and again, just stuff just like that right here, we get sidetracked in the middle of it because we're two regular guys talking, right?
I'm just having fun.
And that's exactly what you should be when you go to your venue is another person having fun, guy or girl having fun, enjoying the sport. And if you happen to be a lead at it, that means you should be enjoying it even more.
Definitely.
So, what else you got? You good?
That's it. Yeah, I think that wraps us up for this week. You know, we'll be back, of course, with
what's up, baby?
Next weekend we will, or next week, obviously, we'll try to be more persistent on every week. And maybe, you know, I might film a little bit of the league from Sunday and try to put it out there. We'll definitely be hopefully more involved on the social media aspect side of it. But yeah, big plans for 24.
Bring the lapels on Sunday because if I'm there, we can do interviews during the game.
I will bring them. Yeah. I have them somewhere.
Yeah.
What
you miss, Brian? What you miss? Say it real quick before I get up off here.
I think he missed the show. I think he just tuned in and he was saying he missed the show.
Baby, I am the show. I am.
Yeah, you missed him doo-dooing on himself, Brian.
The headliner. Why you gotta mention that part?
Because that's gonna be the new title of this one is gonna be I doo-dooed myself.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of the reel. I doo-dooed.
I cracked my pants.
Yes, but yeah, I got some things that we'll talk about, new setups, stuff like that, things I want to try, things we want to do. So we'll hopefully be getting out there.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, that's it for this week, and we'll catch you next week. We're out.
See y'all.